distribution is almost always underrated when it context of building a new thing. And people sort of assume that composability will drive network effects. And in reality, it's kind of the other way around. Network effects are what make composability useful. You've said this is sort of like the Field of Dreams idea.
Yeah, so the idea is taken from Thiel's 0 to 1, Field of Dreams. But the idea is like, if you build it, they will come. That's a fallacy. Like not going to happen. And all companies,
A lot of people in crypto are very...
a lot of developers generally, they think it's the brilliant idea, and the idea itself is the thing. And crypto's even worse because you have these extremely smart technical infrastructure people that see the success of a blockchain like Bitcoin or Ethereum and then go, I'm smarter than that group of people.
And if I build the right one, if I build the best design...
It will win, which we know doesn't actually work. The best tech does not necessarily win. If you have any student of history, we'll see that. JavaScript is the most popular programming language in the world and was like a sleep-deprived programmer in 1994 who put it together in like some crazy short period of time. The tech part is necessary but not sufficient, and the sufficient part is actually how do you convince people, how do they become aware of what you have, regardless of what you're trying to sell, whether it's enterprise software or consumer, and then get it in front of them, get them to use it, and then keep them around. And sales is something that you can do individually, right? Like I can come up and try to sell you a car. I could try to sell you enterprise software. Harder to sell you a social network.
I think you did personally on
I mean, that's in lieu of having a really, like lightning in a bottle idea, basically you have to do hand-to-hand sales.
Do things that don't
But
scale.
generally the way to do mass sales is marketing. People think of marketing as like advertising. The go-to-market and sales component of any great company typically is just like not well covered or well understood, because it's much more sexy from a media standpoint to talk about the brilliant. It's like this Edison complex or the Nikola Tesla. It's like brilliant engineer in a room comes up with the idea and then it just sells itself, which go-to-market's a lot more messy, right? Google is a good example of where they just like built this better search engine and then it just went viral, or Facebook, another one where, it's just this idea that took over the world. Where the reality with Facebook is, kind of went viral at Harvard and then they were smart to not have it expand too quickly. But very quickly at Facebook, they developed a very aggressive growth team because engineers don't like being called marketers, so they came up with the term growth. There's a very famous story, it's apocryphal, but basically they slurped down the entire AOL Instant Messenger graph after a partnership, and they shut the partnership off 4 days later.
Oh my gosh.
And AOL didn't even realize it, or at the time didn't realize it. But the point is that basically people just think of like, social network, it like works and then it just grows viral. I don't actually think that that's the case. And especially if you're building a developer platform, in order to get people to actually have interest in your social networking protocol, you need users. Because the developer doesn't want to come and build on top of your tech stack, get the users, which is the hard part.
Right. This is the Field of Dreams. This is the whole fallacy.
You can't expect people to do that. The most important thing for a social or consumer developer platform is like, do you have people using it?